Today on VIP TV, a very interesting middleweight prospect, 9-0, River Wilson Bent, who has a big fight on Channel 5 on Saturday. That's the 11th of September, when he fights Sladjan Janjanin. Is that the right? First of all, thanks for joining us, River. And is that name correct, what I pronounced?
Yes, mate. Sladan Janjanin. Yeah, you got it right. And thank you, mate. Thanks for having me on.
Pleasure, absolute pleasure. I saw you and Jan have already got on the Zoom together and had a little bit of a set too. What do you make of him? He's 29-8. He's been the distance with Martin Murray.
Mate, he's a good lad, and it's the right test. It's the right step forward in my career. Like I said, a couple of people have mentioned, who is he knocked out? And I've said to him, well, to be fair, even knocking out 29 people, knocking out 23 people out of 29, not even people in England do that against journeymen. So he's got to have a bit of power. So we know what we're up against. So
yeah, it's interesting you say that when people say to you, oh, he knocks out his 23 people. People got to remember you've only had 9 professional fights.
Yeah, 100%. But I'm ready for it. I know what he's bringing to the table. I've watched him. I've watched many videos of him, and yeah, I think the game plan that me and my coach we've got planned, it's going to be a good night.
Yeah, and what's it like for you? You know, you're this massive ticket seller in Coventry. Are you the fighter that sold the arena out next week? I know Sam Egerton's top of the bill, but he's from Birmingham, and Coventry and Birmingham, they're not best mates. So it's all about you, it seems, next week. That mix sorting out.
Yeah. Literally, it's going to. I have sold the stadium out, and it's going to be full of all my Cov fans and all the Cov boys and all my friends and family. It's just the atmosphere is going to be great. It's going to be mental.
What's made you so popular? Because I remember seeing you on a Queensbury show, a Frank Warren show, and you sold a load of tickets, didn't you?
Yeah. That was. I think that was one of my 6th fight. That was.
Yeah.
Just what makes me popular. Do you know what, mate? I just think I'm just a genuine nice lad. Like, I'm a local lad from around the area. I just talk to everyone. I even when I'm in camp, I always go up the pub and I just sit there and have a glass of water or a Coke and just sit and talk to people, and I'll just chat anyone's head off.
Yeah. You know what? That's a big thing about selling tickets, isn't it? Going out, meeting people. I mean, we go back to the early 2000s, late 90s. That was Ricky Hatton's trick, wasn't it? Obviously, he had the Man City Football Club, but he was a face around the pubs. But I'm not sure he was only drinking water when he went out. But no, it's an important part, isn't it?
Yeah, it done him well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it does. And people like to see a face. Do you know what I mean? So they see these posters and they see all these Facebook posts, but when they actually see the person and see that, like, you're sat in the pub with them and talking to them, you're just genuine. So I think that's why I do so well.
Yeah. What do you rate of the British middleweight division right now? Okay, I'm not going to include Felix Cash because there's a batch of you. By the time you get to the British title level, we might have moved on. But there's guys like yourself, Linus Udofia, Bradley Ray, Danny Dignam, Agyarko, Brad Paul, Nathan Heaney's getting a lot of publicity, and I know he was matched with you, I think. We can speak about that. Well, how do you rate the domestic division when it comes to guys coming through?
Yeah, it's busy. It's a great division, middleweight division. There's some quality fights down the line, and even now, like, I'm ready to take on, and I'm ready to just blast through them all. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be some hard fights, and there is some top boys up there, but I know that if I put my heart into it and go for it, mate, I'll soon be on top.
Well, are we going to see the fight against Nathan Heaney? Because I know it's been matched. What's happening there?
Oh, wow. No, he's pulled out the purse bids now, so that fight's not happening. We kind of thought it wouldn't happen. We've sparred him a few times. We had 2 spars, and from the spars, when the fight got matched, my coach said to me straight away, "You ain't getting that fight. That is not happening." And then obviously me and Nathan had a chat. I thought, oh, it is going to happen. And then, they pulled out the purse bids last minute. But Mick put in a massive purse bid, so it would have been, I think it was a record-breaking purse bid he's put in for an English title fight. And we both would have earned good money. The tickets would have been crazy. The atmosphere, I think Stoke, Coventry, I do a lot of tickets. He does a shred loads of tickets. it would have been a good night for both of us. Well, a good night for me. But yeah, it's just one of them. Shrug on the shoulders. He's not ready to step up yet. It's one of them.
Yeah. So of the rest of them, who do you rate as the the real danger men for you coming up? Who you look at them? I've mentioned some names there. Brad Ray, Pauls. Danny Dignan, Magyarko. Do you look at them and you think, well, wow, that's going to be who's going to be the toughest one out of all these upcoming guys?
I think everyone's tough, man. Everyone's got their own. Everyone's different as well. Like you just got to approach everyone differently. Like I wouldn't. There's many hard fights in the division, but I wouldn't look at anyone and say like they're too tough or anything like that at the minute. Yeah, there are some good lads though. Like is it Adiarco? Sorry, I can't pronounce.
Yeah, Gyarko. Yeah, the kid from Belfast. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a very good lad. Bradley Ray, another good lad, top lad. Denzel Bentley, he's another good lad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mention Denzel because I thought, by the time you guys get there, he might have moved on again, or he might, I was going more about the guys who are at the similar stage of their career as you when I mentioned those names.
Yeah. Well, I like them boys definitely. Well, they're all good lads. They're all elite boys. So when we all meet together, it's going to be some fireworks.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was speaking to Bradley Ray the other day, and he was mentioning you as like you did him as one of the danger men. But do you feel there's a danger right now that there's so many? You're all linked with so many different promoters and TV companies. It's going to be harder than ever to get you all together, and none of you are to blame at all. It's like Channel 5 aren't going to want you going jumping on Sky Sports fighting Bradley Ray. Sky Sports aren't going to want to say Bradley Ray jumping on Channel 5 to fight you. Do you feel there's a danger that these fights could miss each other? Sorry, I can't hear you there. Your volume's gone.
Can you hear me?
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.